The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I know, I'm very late. First, I didn't feel like doing a review, then I got sick for an entire week. I'm still a bit sick. So, here we go. The Amazing Spider-Man review-ish, quickly. Okay, first of all, the action. I loved every bit of the action. Spider-Man himself, I think that personally, this is the best Spider-Man in any Spider-Man movie so far. The suit was the best suit. I thought that every CG element of the movie was quite good. The story was fairly mediocre. It wasn't the best story, compared to something like The Winter Soldier. This story was more traditional superhero movie story. Many people complain that this was too much of a romantic comedy, but I didn't really have a problem with that. I really liked every moment that Peter and Gwen were in the same scene together. Many people complained about Electro as a villain, that he just turns evil. And to that I have to say that even before he becomes Electro, as Max Dillon, he obviously has some mental issues. He's obviously slightly crazy already. So that's why I didn't really find he's gone evil too quick. I didn't really see that. The Green Goblin, Harry Osborn, was maybe a bit shoehorned in. I mean, they just made him turn into the Green Goblin so that they could... Spoilers. I mean, if you haven't seen the movie now, it's been out for like a month. When he kills Gwen, it feels like they just made him to kill Gwen, because Green Goblin kills Gwen in the comics. The Rhino, many people complain that the Rhino was also shoehorned in as much as the Green Goblin, but obviously the Rhino is at the beginning as a normal human, not in the suit, and in the very end as the Rhino. And I didn't have a problem with the Rhino. He was obviously just meant for comic relief, which I suppose many people didn't like. I mean, Rhino hasn't been the most deep and complicated of a villain. Not when I've read Spider-Man anyways. He's only been, he's been pretty stupid. So I don't really see why people complain about the Rhino being in little of the movie. The movie itself was very reminiscent of a Spider-Man comic book. But as a movie, the story was mediocre. It wasn't amazing. The Gwen's death was, shocking. Well, no, it wasn't really shocking. I mean, I kind of, if you know anything about Spider-Man, you kind of saw it coming, but you didn't really know if they were just gonna trick you and stuff with, oh, she's falling in the trailers. But they actually did it. They killed Gwen. I really, really love that scene between Gwen and Peter. When she is dead, and it's sad, and I love drama and the sadness, and overall I did actually like this movie. In comparison to the first Amazing Spider-Man movie, this was miles better. This was so much better, especially with Spider-Man and the action. So now that you have all that figured out, you should probably work on the story a bit, and then we can have a really good Spider-Man movie.